dream. Sativa. When I need to focus and be not distracted by pain. Dream can sometimes take me where I need to go to maintain sanity. In a very turbulent time. In a very volatile, fragile time. Where he pushes the wrong button. Could take everybody right to kingdom come and beyond. In the Akashic Records, this is extinction number 7. For those angels who have been helping save fallen angels. For those working on Operation Jackass, the Operation Greenlight Project, or the Concert for World Peace. Are you inspiring others around you to do the same? Are you walking your walk? Today, in fact, this whole weekend, Thursday night into Friday morning, up until now, has been one of the most bizarre, mystical, magical, tragic, joyful, painful, uber condensed time capsule I've ever gone through in any vortex. The things I would like to share are too complicated at this moment to lay out without a lot of higher end definitions that just, unfortunately, cannot be revealed right now. Everything in its time and every purpose under all the heavens. No matter who your God is, whether it's one you were self-taught, taught, or otherwise, through your karma, through your incarnations, through your different iterations of life, past, present, and beyond, that you have or have not realized. Hopefully you've realized one thing. You do have the right to change your mind. It's your mind. Unless, of course, you're under the control of others or bad medication, in which case, good luck, Chuck. When you're starting with impairments and other maskings and things that are sometimes helpful and other things that are very harmful, depending on what the chemicals are that are used in the treatments, it can alter a person permanently with the wrong dosages. They don't talk about that. It can send people backwards. They don't talk about that. It can cause sudden death. It can cause obesity. It can cause stupidity. It can cause so many things they don't talk to you about. They won't talk to you about because you're sheeple and they don't need you. The genocide plan is in full motion, and unless you've been invited like I have and others in the Illuminati to join them for the final send-off of over 8 billion people, I personally have rejected the offer. I detest the vileness of the whole concept. But the Georgia Guidestones, which obviously was thought about long before it was erected in the 80s, because they laid out this plan and then had it interpreted to 12 languages and carved it in granite. It was erected in the 80s, so it probably started in the 50s or before, especially since 4 of the languages weren't current to the times they were being transcribed, nor are they allegedly current to today. I would agree with Sanskrit. I would agree with ancient Greek. I would agree with hieroglyphics. I would disagree with Babylonian because give some of these crackheads meth or stomped on drugs on the street, and you will see Babylon in a sight and sound dimension that looks worse than a scary movie with Night of the Living Dead. The things I have witnessed in my lifetime, in traveling the world on humanitarian missions for the State Department, for the White House, on behalf of foreign governments or whatever. As a federal contractor with humanitarian diplomatic status, you do a lot of things that most people would only imagine in a movie. 007, Jason Bourne. Isn't it funny? If you Google the term "the real Jason Bourne," it brings up millions of references to a real thing. See, when you go to the front of the movies, there's always plausible deniability, but if you dig deeper, a lot of stuff you conspiracy theorists think, or others, about MK Ultra, or the Jason Bourne Project, or many others, or CERN, or the HARP Project. Well, that annoys the fuck out of me, HARP. I like the Ink Stamp Project with the CIA, written in 1949, the year the CIA opened, and allegedly 10 years before my birth in this incarnation, and 20 years before I officially created the name KURTKELLY, which became a public record why IMDb says I'm 10 years younger than I am, because I was born with a different name. JC. The voice of God is from Michigan, right up here, the tip of the middle finger. He's back, he's pissed. I never knew Jesus used the N-word so much. Did Jesus uncrossed Saturday Night Live? I was getting calls, like at 9 o'clock, West Coast time, and people on the East Coast leaving me messages telling me how could I, and they were in tears and sobbing and other stuff, and messages that they were praying for my soul because I was going to hell. Really? If you read the book of Revelations, it doesn't talk about Jesus coming back and Mr. Nice Guy, and it does talk about fire and brimstone and all kinds of other whack shit. Armageddon. So you can interpret what I did, or what Warren did, or what the cast of Saturday Night Live did is out there, because, you know, it was a rip on Django, and it also had a Nazi playing Christ. Oh. Get over yourselves, seriously. Sometimes you need to take another look. There's a lot of hypocrisy in religion. I don't know any God that wrote one line of what you're following. Does my eye kind of look like the old, was it the Tarrington commercials? I'd rather fight than switch. More will be coming soon. You should see what the other guy looks like.